James, when you get a ball like that, do you just have to sort of chalk it down and say, well, there's nothing I could do about that one?
Yeah, so it's still frustrating to get out, but they're a bit easier to take than the ones where you feel you're at fault yourself. So yeah, I think if I face that another 20, 30 times, I think it'll get me out every time. So give him some credit there and sweep it under the carpet and move on.
You're obviously a lovely player to watch. Was it all the more disappointing because you obviously looked in really good nick, didn't you?
Yeah, I felt I was, in previous innings maybe a little bit hesitant. Obviously, I've got in a few times and got out. I was trying to be a bit more positive in my mind, which would help my decision making and footwork and that sort of thing. So, for the time I was out there, I felt pretty good.
As a batsman, James, how much do those cracks play on your mind? When or do you just have to get them completely out of your mind? What's the process like?
Yeah, I sort of said at tea that the ones that had hit the cracks had done too much and weren't in danger of the stumps, and then that one obviously was. I think his angle coming wider of the crease, I think the ball sort of looked as if it was going down leg and then straight, and for the right armers that perhaps start straighter, if it deviates it's probably missing the stump. So something we'll have to have a little look at tomorrow. I think his plan's pretty clear. He's going to come wide of the crease there from around the wicket and try and hit that crack.
There's certainly fluency about you, and it's almost like batting on two different pitches when it's like that.
Yeah, you just got to try and put it out of your mind. If it does hit a crack, there's not a huge amount you can do really. It's making sure the ones that don't hit the crack, you're in a good position to play. I think most of it's mental there. If you can sort of put it out of your mind and play the ball as it is and not expect it to do anything, if it does, you just got to accept it and move on to the next one.
James, there's a bit of rain forecast around for tomorrow as well. How optimistic are you and the rest of the team that you can get out of this with a draw?
I think we try and put the rain to the back of our minds. I think a couple of days ago today was going to be more of a washout than it was. So I haven't seen a huge amount of rain in the time I've been in Perth. Got two guys at the crease that spent a lot of time there in the first innings. It's slightly different conditions, but we've got to have belief that we can stay in the series and get over the line tomorrow. It's going to be tough. I'm sure there's going to be some good balls flying around out there, but these two especially showed in the first innings that they can occupy the crease for a long time. So hopefully get off to a good start in the morning.
Jane, I mean, obviously Addis hasn't made the runs he would like, and Joe too, actually. Is that sort of destabilising the batting?
I don't think so. From my point of view, you look at those two guys and you sort of, if they don't score runs, you expect them next innings to score runs. I think they've shown over their careers that they don't often have long periods without scoring runs. Yeah, and for the other guys around the team, well, myself, you just sort of look at them and expect them to score runs, and it's not going to happen for them all the time, but I'm sure that they're both very mentally strong and capable, so fingers crossed next time they get a knock, they get a big contribution.